Hello Mzansi, sanamukela ku-Dijo Le Bophelo on SABC2. The aim of our show is to help deal with food-related issues in order for us to live healthier, happier lives. Every week sinimeme ukuthi nisibuze noma yini enifuna uyazi ngokudla. Bese-ke thina sithola ongqondo bethu ukuthi baphendule imibuzo yenu. Namhlanje sikhuluma ngokustore ukudla kwakho so that it lasts longer. UMatshidiso from Polokwane posted a video on our Instagram page with a few questions. Ake sibone.
Dumelang Dijo Le Bophelo. Ke lapisitswe ko go lahla dijo. E ka ba gona le mekgwa e re ka e šomišago ya go boloka dijo gore di se ke tša senyega.
Sesahamba siyohlangana noMatshidiso to learn more about her before siphendula imibuzo yakhe. Bhekani.
Leina la ka ke Matshidiso molapa ke kana ke dula Polokwane ke na le mengwaga e 47 ke rata go apea ke mme ebile ke ntate mo ntlong and ka lebaka leo ke šetse ke tlwaetse go reka ne ke reka dilo ka bontši ke fetogile an addict ya go reka and a ke rate gore mohlomongwe ke re ke fitla gae bana ba mpotse gore a bona eng le eng and for that reason ke reka dilo at the end of the day tše dingwe di feleletša di senyega because tše dingwe ke a reka ka baka lebala ka gona go se tsebe gore na re di bea jwang gore di bolokege jwale ka ge ke šetse ke tlhalositše gore ke shopaholic ke bona gore tšhelete ya senyega kudu le gona because ke feleletša ke šomiša tšhelete e leng gore nka be ke šomišitše gabedi goba ga tee mo kgweding mare ke šomiša maybe ga raro jwanong ke nyaka go tseba gore mohlomongwe Dijo Le Bophelo e ka thuša jwang o nkeletša nna personally ka go bea dijo gore di se ke tša senyega di laste nakonyana e telele.
We are joined by DIY expert Upalisa Mokgotsi who will be answering imibuzo kaMatshidiso. Start joining ingxoxo yethu ku Twitter @Dijo Le Bophelo or Instagram and Facebook as Dijo Le Bophelo or email me dijolebophelo@sabc.co.za. Siyabuya manje. Welcome back. Usasenami la ku-Dijo Le Bophelo. Namhlanje sikhuluma ngendlela zokustora ukudla kwethu ngoba ngiyazi ukuthi ukudla kwenu nikubeka wrong. We've got questions from Matshidiso exactly about that. DIY expert Upalisa Mokgotsi will be giving valuable answers to imibuzo kaMatshidiso. Hello Palisa.
Hi.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks. It's nice to be here.
Before saying Tolo, we heard that Matshidiso says she spends a fortune on groceries every month. She has specific questions she posted on our Instagram page and will be answering lemibuzo yakhe namhlanje with our guest. You can also have a say kule ngxoxo ku Twitter @Dijo Le Bophelo or Instagram or Facebook as Dijo Le Bophelo or email us dijolebophelo@sabc.co.za. Palisa.
Yes.
So are we storing our food wrong? Is this why ukudla kwethu kusheshe kubole?
Yeah, how you store it affects how long it lasts. So it's important to store it correctly. And most of us, we do it because that's how we've seen it being done.
Yes.
So we do it incorrectly most of the time.
So sikhulekuthiwa hayi ungafaka ekhabetheni or ungafaka efrijini.
Yeah.
But in some of the instructions, you know, to store in a cool, dry place. And I'm thinking, cool, dry place, like there's no time for that.
Yeah, it's basically a place that doesn't get a lot of sun. So you control the temperature. Maybe a cabinet, you can put some things in a cabinet. Some things can go in the fridge or a bread bin or microwave. And
Palisa, how do I know? Is it about reading instructions or am I supposed to watch Dijo Le Bophelo to know how do I store my food?
So it's both. You have to watch Dijo Le Bophelo and then you must also read.
Read my labels.
Yeah, read the labels. They usually tell you how to store something and how long it's going to last for.
Yeah. So in Dabagama City Soge, it's not uncommon because really most of the time you buy something, then the next thing say bully, and you're thinking, what is it? Is it because the food spoils quickly? So I don't even think what is the way I stored it.
You end up suspecting the people you bought it from. We suspect.
What do I need to change?
You need to change how you store the food. Different foods require you to store them differently. You can't use the same method for all of them. And some foods can't be stored together because they make each other spoil.
How do I know that? Because it doesn't say don't pack next to into a store.
Yeah, generally, I'm a fruits and I'm a vegetable.
Yes.
It's better to store fruit separately from your vegetables because they release certain gases
Quite
that
right.
make them ripen faster,
Right.
which makes them spoil faster. Most of them need you to store them in the fridge.
Okay.
There are certain vegetables that work best if you don't store them in the fridge, like
Yes.
tamati, isheshe, ibole, and it loses its flavor and it loses its nutrients as well.
Okay.
So it's better to keep it in the cupboard in a dry space. Same as plums. Plums and tomatoes, they look the same. Same
Yes,
WhatsApp
same WhatsApp group.
Yeah, they've got the same type of skin, so you store them the same. Keep them out of the fridge.
Yeah.
And they ripen faster. Sometimes you pick the plum and it's sour. If
Yes.
you keep it on the cupboard, it will ripen and it gets sweeter. And if you keep it in the fridge, it delays that process.
Nangu umuntu ongiconfusayo. Uqanda. Uqanda kune area yakhe efridgini. But estoro bambeka ema-island, not efridgini. So then one gets confused ukuthi amaqanda ngiwastora va. Yangizwa?
Yeah, it's confusing. But it's optional. If you want to keep them longer, keep them in the fridge. Because you need warmth to hatch an egg. It needs to be insulated. So that means if you keep it out of the fridge, it will get spoiled faster. But if you keep it in the fridge, it delays that process.
So umuntu kumele athenga amaqanda awafake efridgini.
Yes.
Then azolasta longer.
Then they last longer.
Nice. If you store it correctly, everything is pashash. Let's move on to the question.
Ke reka dilo fo tse pedi ka beke. Mabakeng a mangwe bana ba ka ba kgona go ja marotho ba a fetša. E fela mabakeng a mangwe ga ba a fetše. Ka gona re feleletša e le gore re a bea a senyege. E ka ba go na le mekgwa e mengwe e re ka e šomišago go boloka borotho gore bo seke ba senyega jwale ka ge dilo di tua.
Well, very good point. So, mangbeki sinkwa samje noma ikuphi? Sibele simosheke.
Yeah, that's true. You have to store it correctly. So the best place is a cool, dark, dry area, or you can put it in the deep freezer. If you put it in the fridge, for some reason, it makes it go stale quicker. So it's better to freeze the amount that you're not going to eat, and then when you're ready to eat it, you leave it overnight so that it defrosts, so that it doesn't get mold when you're sitting with a lot of loaves that you want to eat but don't get eaten fast enough.
So a cool dry place here, bread tin.
Yeah, or you can put it in the deep freezer.
I noticed amanye bread tin, amanye they are wood, amanye insimbi. Does it matter the quality of the bread tin?
No, it doesn't matter as long as it controls the temperature.
Okay.
Because if you let it heat up, it promotes mold. Because you create an environment where mold can grow quickly.
Yeah.
So a place that is warm and moist creates an environment where germs can thrive, and that's why you get mold on the bread. So it's best to keep it in a place that's cold and dry and dark. So you can store your bread in partitions. Instead of storing the whole loaf and freezing it, then having to defrost it because that's pelang, you pick up the pattern and
So does that make the bread go off when you keep defrosting it and freezing it?
It does. It creates an environment where germs can just thrive. So you don't want that.
So the challenge, like a palace, is that pelihanga ayifani. So ngazanjani ukuthi manje kumele ngikhiphe ngakhi. That's why I think the bread will go off anyway. Ngoba ngizoloku ngidefrosta ngoba that I told you ngilambe kakhulu today. Angilama kakhulu. Yabona?
Then faka four sly. Yes, usimalambili keep four sly.
So this is for how long? This separation inside?
It can last for up to 30 days. So you can keep bread in the freezer for a long time.
This is for 2 days?
Yeah, it lasts as long as it would. If the shelf life was a week, it's going to last a week from the day that you defrosted.
Okay. But if I go microwave or in room temperature?
I've tried both. I've tried microwave. What happens in the microwave is you never know how long to put it in.
Yes.
Sometimes you just pega lesinkwa. They say when it cools down, so what I found works best is to leave it overnight, let it defrost gradually at room temperature, and then it's as good as new.
Magnifique. Let us hear the next question.
Nna le balapa la ka re thomile go ja dijo tša bophelo. Bjalo ke thomile go reka celery, broccoli le cauliflower. E fela ka dinako tše dingwe ga re di šomišitše a felelela. E ka ba ke mokgwa ofe o re ka o šomišago go di bea gore di seke tša senyega?
Have you had this happen to you before?
It has a few times.
Is this how you learn to go to you need to
Trial
store them
and error,
differently?
you know, that's how you learn.
Right. So, okay. So, what's the common mistakes?
People are either putting this uncovered in
Yes.
like a vegetable rack outside
Yes.
the fridge, or they're putting it in the fridge uncovered.
So, why do I need to cover it?
You need to cover it because it needs to retain the moisture that it has, and that will help it retain the nutrients.
And how
once
do you-
it dries out, then it's a problem, and it changes color. So you can decide the amount that you want to use at a time, and then wrap it.
So, you're wrapping what you don't need.
Yes, wrapping what you don't need, and then you're going to cook what you need.
So, in fact, I can use it from foil. So, if I need to cook it next week, keep it foil in
And
the
then-
bag, and I keep rolling it back. Okay.
But also you need to be careful not to buy too much fresh produce. Try to buy vegetables enough for the week, and then every week you buy fresh vegetables. But if you can't do that, this is the next best thing. Make sure that you store it properly.
What other vegetables do I need to foil like this?
You can store anything that's similar to broccoli and cauliflower in foil.
So, abo cucumber, right?
Cling wrap works best with cucumber.
Okay.
You keep that in the fridge as well.
What veggies am I not supposed to foil or wrap?
Lettuce,
Ah.
cabbage,
Okay.
leafy vegetables.
Yeah.
Don't keep in foil.
Okay.
You can wrap them in cling wrap, but you have to make holes so that they breathe. And then you can put them wrapped in a paper towel in the fridge.
In a paper towel.
Yes.
Why?
Because you don't want them to lose moisture, and you don't want them to retain too much moisture. So the paper towel helps to control that. And then they don't wilt, you know, ziswabe. So if it's not fresh, then it doesn't have the nutrients that you need. It's the same as eating nothing.
So, njengoba ukhuluma nge-lettuce, uthi I must clean wrap it.
Yes, you can use cling wrap to cover it.
Mayingarephanga yiyo le swabayo.
Yeah, and you see, this is how they wrap it at the shops. So you need to use, and cling wrap is sticky, and it's not like ordinary plastic. So you cut it off with a knife, or if you want to do it foot style, you can just knife up all of it.
And then I hold this in my
And then
fridge.
you hold this in the fridge, and it lasts a lot longer than when you just leave it exposed.
So I'm doing this so that I can maintain its moisture.
Yes, and it will stay crispy.
So, but let's say also brought like paper wrap,
Yeah, a paper towel.
paper towel wrap. What do I use that for?
You can use it for the lettuce. So instead of wrapping it in cling wrap, this is the second method of keeping it for longer. You take the paper towel.
Okay. I never thought you'd use a paper towel to store lettuce.
Yeah, we just wipe our hands with it usually. So
Yes.
you wrap the lettuce in the paper towel,
No ways.
and then you use the cling wrap to wrap it. So it makes it last longer.
So I keep this in my fridge.
You keep this in your fridge,
It looks horrible.
and it looks horrible like this, but when you want to make a salad, it will still be crispy,
Okay.
and it will look nice.
I don't freeze this. It's just
No, you don't
normal
freeze
in the
it.
fridge.
If you freeze lettuce and you defrost it, it's not going to be crispy
Izoswaba,
anyway.
izolala.
Yeah.
But what I can freeze is spinach and kale.
It depends. If you want to use it for a salad, it's better not to freeze it. But if you're going to cook it, then you can freeze it and then cook it.
So I can store it in the freezer.
Yes, you can store it in the freezer.
For how long?
For a week, 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then you can cook it like that. Or if you want to use it for a smoothie.
Yes.
Because you don't need it to be crispy.
I assume it's the spinach and the kale as well.
Yes, the spinach and the kale.
Okay. Let's move on to the next question.
ke motho wa go rata go apeya mabakeng a mantši ke le ka diresipi tše fapanego mo lebakeng le ke šomiša kudu tomato paste bjalo ke mokgwa ofe o bohlale o mo botseng ka o šomišang go e boloka
Good question. Abantu abadla tomato paste. So, okay. So talk to me about this. So, but it's tomato paste is in a can,
Yes, it comes in a can.
and then you decan it.
And you decan it, and so you need to store it in a way that's going to keep it for long. The best way to do that is to freeze it, put it in a Ziploc bag, and then make sure you get all the excess air out of the bag.
So, kanjani? I'm going to spoon it
Okay, first, faga tomato paste.
in here.
Yes, in here. Might get a bit messy, but hey.
Quite messy. Ooh, I sustain.
Sworen,
Okay.
Okay.
So, lena ile ngiyuzayo.
Yeah,
le ile ngistorayo.
Leo we store
I
it.
need knife.
And then I'm going to need a knife.
Any knife.
Yes, please. A butter knife
Okay.
would be best.
So, mesewe botoro.
So you see there's air around here. So try to keep
Keep it back there.
it back there.
Ah.
Nale corner leli.
Wasifuna umoya tolo.
Asifuna umoya la ngaphakathi.
Okay.
And these air bubbles.
What's wrong with makungena umoya, even if mncane?
Umoya makes it less fresh. So you need to get rid of all the air. Ooh, I'm destroying this plastic. So you push all the air out with the knife like this until you're comfortable that there's no more air in the bag. And then you close the bag. And you want to be able to defrost just a few, just a little bit. Okay, so what you want to do is spread the tomato paste.
Spread it, baby.
In the bag. You don't want it to be too thin because when you freeze it, you want to have enough to reuse, to use.
Okay.
And then you try to create a grid. Maybe we start from the bottom.
Oh, I see.
Start from the bottom and then...
Then I freeze it.
Then you freeze it. So when you want to defrost it, you take it from the top. You just take this bit. Then you don't have to defrost the whole bag.
Keep it back freezing. Tata
le piece phezulu, so we sell the rest in the freezer and you use that part so that you don't keep defrosting
and then because when I keep it in a can, because I mean I've heard it's not the first time you have to decan it, my setting in it doesn't taste right or it goes off.
Yeah, what happens is when you open the can, the metal of the can reacts with the air. So it creates almost like a rusty taste.
Yes.
And you can taste that this has been in a can.
Njengale tin fish le, but ma uyivula, mele nje uyi-decane file container, it gives you that same
Exactly,
thing.
and then it can be poisonous to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Next question.
Ke rata kudu mushroom. Bjalo go senyegile monkgwa wona ga o monate. Nka o bea bjang gore o tšwele pele go dula nako e telele?
Yeah, no, pegama mushroom are a struggle.
And they're expensive.
And I love them.
Yeah, so you don't want to waste them once you've bought them.
Okay, so the best way to store my mushrooms, fridge, right?
In the fridge. They come wrapped in a plastic, which is not a good way to store them.
Really?
Initially.
Then why wrap in a plastic if they shouldn't be?
Because they want them to go off so you can buy more.
You brought this along with it?
Yes.
So, okay, what are you saying?
I'm saying mushrooms are like a sponge, you know?
Yes.
That's why before you cook them, you don't rinse them. You wipe them. Because they absorb all that water.
No.
And then while you're cooking them, and you're wondering why is it taking so long to cook these mushrooms.
And then to lose another flavor that it has.
So what happens is, if you keep them in the plastic, they retain all that moisture, and the moisture makes them go off quickly.
Okay.
Because everything naturally has a certain level of bacteria. But if you create an environment that's warm and moist, you allow a lot of bacteria to grow. And once the level of bacteria reaches a certain height, it means there's too much, and then fermentation starts happening. So you don't want them to start going off too quickly. So what you can do is take your paper bag. I mean, when you've had takeaways, I'm a beggar and all those
Which you shouldn't have.
unhealthy things.
Yeah.
You just put them inside the paper bag. Take this.
So you wipe them. I'm still shocked by the fact that we are wasula.
So you put all the mushrooms in the bag, and then you close it, and then you keep it in the fridge. Then they last longer.
And then why do they last me longer in the paper bag? I mean, you just said with plastic, I correct.
Yeah, I correct.
Okay.
You help them not to retain too much moisture.
Oh, you don't want them to
You
retain
don't want
moisture.
them
So
to
much
retain
fagela.
moisture, so it's fagala. And then they're able to breathe. So air is able to come in and out of here, and it takes the water out with it.
Should I make holes in my paper bag?
No, you don't need to make holes because paper is made from wood. It breathes naturally, so you don't need to make holes in it.
Okay. Can I freeze this?
You can freeze mushrooms, but freezing them means azobanamans. Maybe if you're trying to make a sauce, you can keep them in the fridge.
Okay.
But if you want to chop them, make a stir fry, better to keep them in a paper bag and in the fridge and not put them in the freezer.
Palisa, your final words get to Masiriso, because I believe she will save money now when she stores her food, right? I mean, you can give us more examples of how to store our food. What in your snacks?
Yes.
So words of advice to Masiriso bit.
Words of advice: don't buy more than you need at a time. It will help you to keep the things fresh and then store them correctly. And also read up on different ways to store food so that you do it correctly and find out which foods not to store together.
Siyabonga, Palisa. Thank you. nizwele bakithi learn to store your food correctly. Engabe khona mhlawumbe ufuna ukushare nami mhlawumbe wena you know other ways of storing your food or other ways of storing your vegetables and what come share with me on Twitter at Dijo Le Bophelo or Facebook or Instagram me Dijo Le Bophelo. Some nice pictures of your food and the way you store it. This interview is being posted online for Rumat CD, so to view and take a note. You can also log on and watch us again and again on our SABC Education's YouTube channel. We travel back to Matsidisayo to hear what she has learned from Upalisa. Stay tuned. Siyabuya manje. Welcome back. Usasenami la Dijo Le Bophelo on SABC2. When we met Matsidiso earlier on live show nebefuna ukwazi ukuthi angakustora kanjani ukudla kwakhe in smarter ways ukuthi kungaboli. She has seen ingxoxo yami noPalisa online. Ake sibuyele kuMatsidiso to find out what she has picked up from ingxoxo yami with the expert.
A lenaneo le le botse la tshedimošo e kakang. Ka morago ga go bogela lenaneo le jwale ke rutegile ke tseba mekgwa e fapanego ya go boloka dijo gore di se tša senyega. Ke ile ka kwa ka kgopolo ya go beya borotho ka gare a zipper bag a bo freeziša go fitlhelela bo tlo šomišiwa gape. E fela kgopolo eo ga ka itšela hlogong. Jwale ke kwele ke rutegile ke a tseba ke tlo boloka borotho jwa ka gare ga freezer ge bo sa šome gore bo seke jwa ba le muta. Ke ile go leka mokgwa wa foil paper wrap goba cling wrap go boloka merogo yaka gore e dule e le gabotse e sa senyege. Jwale ha nna le balapa laka re rata merogo e be senyega nakong ela e fela gane jwalo re ipsina ka merogo ya rena e leng e dulang e le fresh. Ke be ke sa tsebe gore na mushroom o bolokwa jwang gore o seke wa bola. Jwale ke kwele ka Dijo Le Bophelo gore ka gare ga paper bag o boloka mushroom o tlo dula nako e telele go fitlhelela go tlo šomiša gape o sa le gabotse o sa jega. Ke leboga lenaneo la Dijo Le Bophelo gobane le mpoloketse tšhelete. Ke dumela jwalo.
Iphela kanjena show yethu namhlanje kodwa ningakhali niyazi ukuthi siyaqhubeka online. Angiphonse nge-tweet at Dijo Le Bophelo or Facebook Instagram at Dijo Le Bophelo or email me dijolebophelo@sabc.co.za. Bakithi ningakhohlwa ukuthi le show le yenzelwe nini ukuthi nikhuleke nisibuze zonke bonke malana nokudla ngoba ngaphandle kwemibuzo yenu awudololo iDijo Le Bophelo. So please sibuzeni bo via social media, email or ugijima ufake iteki uyeposini ungilahlele ngencwadi. Kwazi bani mhlawumbe umbuzo wakho will be chosen as the question of the day for next week's show. Mahlangane la kwa SABC2 for more Dijo Le Bophelo, same place, same time, date.